big up, everybody. It's your girl, Sofia, aka Sophie, back here on Sophia's Football Talk for a special show we're going to be doing. Basically, talking about my team of the season. So I tried to up it a little bit more with the graphics and whatnot. So I wanted to do it a bit more mm, in depth for you guys. So it's an empty template of, we're going to be filling in all the players. Technically, I've already done it pre yesterday, and then I changed it up right as I was going to go live. I was like, no, I'm not happy with this. Let me change it up. So I'm sorry for being a bit late, but I had to make sure that I would be content with the team that I would put out. So we here. Give me 1 second. Let me try to move this a bit more. There we go. Bit more here. But yeah, I hope that all of you guys are doing well. Hello, hello, hello. I missed y'all. I took a break yesterday from any like content and whatnot. Went to the movies yesterday and watched a Little Mermaid, the live action, and then it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm guessed about this. The Prem season is done, but so it's time to talk about my team of the season. Well, starting from the goalkeeper all the way up to the striker, center forward, and whatnot. So, do feel free to join in the chat once we talk about every single position. You know, while we do it, and we start with goalkeeper. Let me know what you think. Maybe you completely might disagree with what I'm thinking, whatnot. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, we will start very soon. Hope that you guys very first can give this video a big thumbs up, as it does help the channel to grow and get more pushed out there for other people, new people to see and whatnot. So yeah, I will also be doing a like a full starting 11 with basically the players that I felt like have been flops or just underperformed this season and whatnot. So we'll do that more so on Friday, since we have other videos that we will be doing tomorrow and on Thursday. Also, do subscribe. We are not that far away from 2K. We have passed 1.7K. So hey, we on here. We on the rise. Let me say hello to everybody in the comments before we start. Hope that you grab something to drink, something to eat. I just made a smoothie. Almost looks kind of like a shake, but it's a smoothie, right before us we went live. So yeah, we good. Pick up the Bart says Man City didn't win a single away game against the top nine apart from Arsenal. You know what? When I heard about that stat earlier today, I was like, yo, that's a bit shocking, because a lot of people have been talking about Man United's away record being abysmal, which we all know. Like, let's be honest, our away record has not been good. It hasn't been. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat that. It hasn't been good. But hey, we move, we Gucci. It is what it is. We move, but it's important to also address that Man City's away record. Even though the thing, though, Man City still won the league, though, so it doesn't really matter that much. But hey, big up to Stepman Stubbs. Let's big up Sophia. Keep smashing it. Thank you. Do subscribe to Stepman Stubb. Eddie's Football Waffles says, big up Sofia always. As always, get as many United players as you can in there. Rashi Martinez, etc. I mean, hey, we might or we might not. We will see. We will see how many United. I'm gonna try. Like I've literally tried to be as like, you know. Of course, it'll be maybe some biases and whatnot, but like I'm a lover of football, so we're gonna have football conversations. And if you disagree with me, it's completely fine. But I'm just going to showcase the team, the players that I want to highlight. We'll definitely put on honorable mentions as we go in each position. And yeah, it's more so just I'm going to give my reasonings to why. But yeah, hey, some of your favorite players might miss out, but it is what it is. Do subscribe to Eddie's Football Waffle, by the way. He will be here for I'm gonna have a couple of a lot of United supporters on Sunday to do a Man United season review and rating all of the players. So Eddie will be there for sure. Pick up the Devils United. I will be on Macy's channel on Monday to do a season review on her channel. So that's gonna be nice. First time there on as I will be making a debut. So I'm excited. She says, enjoy the show. I appreciate it. Do subscribe to our channel. Bart, I'm gonna actually save this. I saw that you, and the same to Brush as well. Very good. I don't want to be reading because they're really good comments that where both of you guys actually did put already your team of the season. So I'm gonna save all those comments and then we'll address it at the end. Big up to Lockman says hi everyone. Big up Levy out. Hey, I get it. Big up to United Spurs of America says life's occurred. I appreciate it. Big up True City fan. Do subscribe by the way to United Spurs of America. I do need to for sure be able to get them on the channel. Like that would be great. Big up to Twalumba. Hope you're doing well. Big up to Jordan. Big up Das. I'm well. Hope you are well. Twalumba says what movie did you watch? The Little Mermaid. That says Sofia Poultin is the rep for Saturday. Mason said, oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. That'll be interesting. But guys, you know what? We need to get into this. Big up Zane. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we're going to start. Um, we're starting off with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper one is, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting because y'all know, like I've always felt like for a long time, like I rate goalkeepers very highly and whatnot. Like I feel like it's sometimes it's a job that or a position that sometimes gets, you know, overlooked in a way, but it's important. I cherish my goalkeepers. And, as a Man United fan, we've been quite fortunate to have some really class acts type of goalkeepers, top goalkeepers, world class goalkeepers throughout the years. We've been lucky with it. De Gea is is probably my favorite Man United player. Um, like if we overlook the fact that Ronaldo came back, you know, for last season, then it was Cristiano Ronaldo. But after that, like De Gea, even before the last couple of years, it's been De Gea. You know, but have I decided to put De Gea as a goalkeeper? We could have said Nick Pope. We could have said Ramsdale. But I decided to pick Allison. Yeah. Dolumba says De Gea Golden Glove. De Gea did get a Golden Glove. He did. Yeah, saying I decided to pick your lot. And this comes from me. I ain't gonna lie, because De Gea from me, I love the guy. And the fact that I decided to put Allison, any other goalkeeper ahead of De Gea says a lot. Because some of you guys know I love De Gea, but I had to. I had to be honest. I had to be Alice. I had to put Allison. The reason being and there is an honorable shout. Nick Pope, honorable shout. Ramsdale, honorable shout as well. By the way, so we need to pick all of those goalkeepers as well. But I wanted to pick Allison because. Yeah, Liverpool, they ended fifth and whatnot, but like at the beginning of the season, when Liverpool were like shit for a long time, few months where they were okay. The last few like 6 games, 7 games, they kind of picked into form and whatnot. At least after that Arsenal game, but before then, they've been shite. You know, they really have been. And the player when everybody was laughing at Liverpool and saying, "Oh, Trent is shit, Salah is shit," da da da. Even though Salah showed up at the end, but a guy that's actually been hella consistent throughout this whole season is this guy right here, Allison. For me, probably the more complete goalkeeper that has distributions, that has the shot stopping, that has the sweeping, all of it. I like Allison. I do. I'm not. I probably my favorite Liverpool player. I have to be honest. I have to be honest. I have to be honest. Zane says I'd pick DDG if he was more complete, and that's fair. For me, I could have also potentially pick the hair as well. If the hair, maybe, I think there's been some games where I've been a bit, and I love him. Last season, it was the hair for me as the goalkeeper of the season because he was super consistent, showed up when we really, you know what, when you're in like a really dark time, you need your goalkeeper to show up, and the hair did. But we also had other players this season. Yes, he did win the Golden Glove, hella clean sheets, but it's also something that you need to add is a collective. But it's not just it's something that he 100% deserved. I'm not going to take that away from him. And once again, I love the hair. I love the hair. Y'all know. I keep saying it. I keep emphasizing it. But I have to be honest, it is Allison. I cannot sit here and not say that it isn't. When he showed up, when everybody's saying Liverpool shit, 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 but Allison has been consistent. You have to, yeah, like real talk. Seriously, seriously, I had to. So that's the thing for me. Let me know what you guys are thinking in terms of what other goalkeepers that you guys would prefer, or who would be your pick. But it's Allison for me, and I love the hair. I feel like I've drink every time I say I love the hair. At this point, you might as well because I'm gonna be saying it a lot for sure. But yeah, this guy for me is just I do love him. Once again, drink. But Allison, he showed up. So let's not spend too much about that. But yeah, um, big up to United family. He will be here for the Man United season review show on Sunday. So that's gonna be good. Hope you're well, Ola. Says guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Yes, guys, you know, let's try to get the likes up. The more likes we get, the more, new people will get to the channel and whatnot. So, help a sister out. Help a sister out. But yeah. Okay, so next segment, right back. Who will be the right back that I would pick? I mean, for me, there was no other than Trippier. Kieran Trippier used to be former Spurs player, some years back and whatnot, went to Atletico Madrid, won La Liga, a big figure there, and then came back to Newcastle. And I remember we were also, Man United was linked to Trippier before he became a Newcastle player. And he's just been such an important player for Newcastle. He's been very consistent, scoring goals, getting assists, but also just, it's not just about his, you know, overall playing with the stuff that he does, but it's also I have to also pick up him as the leader. Like he's the captain of Newcastle. He just adds a bit of that leadership and been a big reason to why one of many big reasons to why Newcastle did finish fourth in the league. And he's been pretty consistent throughout the season. Aaron Masaka is definitely an honorable shout. I mean, Dallo was like, probably the most improved Man United player up until you know the World Cup. But after World Cup, he's been quite anonymous. While on the other hand, you've seen a Wan-Bissaka showed up and been impeccable and been super amazing. Big up and Satam. I can respond to that question at the end of the show. So right now I kind of want to keep this show a bit more structured. But yeah, Tolumpa, this is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's been incredible since after World Cup. And I think with saying Ben White also I could say an honorable shout, but he kind of alongside a couple of other Arsenal players, even though they got him second and whatnot. He's been an important player for that as well. But I could not say Trippier. I could not leave out Trippier. I couldn't. And I've been watching a lot of Arsenal games as well. So Ben White, he's done his thing, but he's been a bit anonymous at the last few games of the season when it really mattered. So you know, Brighton game, Mitoma had him around his finger right here. I'm just saying. You know who wasn't wrapped around Mitoma's finger and back? Who actually who who literally pocketed Mitoma. That's Wan-Bissaka. For me, Wan-Bissaka, big honorable mention. Big honorable mention. People, make sure you give your opinions down below as well in the chat. We got to Rajat. Hope you're doing well. When it says Akanji at right back, then honorable mention. Honorable mention as well, Akanji. But Trippier, for me, nah, nah, nah. There's no. Come on now. Yo, he's been hella consistent. A leader in that Newcastle team. You think I ain't gonna pick him? Yeah, that's not happening. Left back, we have Shaw. I had to pick Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, I had to. Luke Shaw has played as a left back this season. been incredible at that. Let's be honest, the first two games of the season, because I'm still shocked that sometimes, the more you think about it this season, how we started off the first game of the season for Man United with not a good, horrible performance against Brighton home. And what was it? We free. Give me 1 second. I need to big up the crazy Irish man. Thank you for sending a super sticker. Or basically, it's just, or technically, I don't think it even it's a super sticker. It's just a super chat, but it doesn't say anything. If you were supposed to write something, do let me know. You can just rewrite it in the comments. But I thank you. I just want to say thank you for sending in a super chat. I appreciate it, crazy Irish man football. Make sure you do subscribe to this channel. Fellow United supporter, subscribe. Talumba says Estupinan. Estupinan, 100% also honorable shout for Brighton. He's done very well for Brighton. But I want to go back with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, even though he's played as a centre back, some games here and there. Like it just shows how flexible he is. Defensively, sound. I just Luke Shaw showed up, man. Cause I was like, one more season, Luke Shaw. You gotta give me something. One more season, Luke Shaw. If you don't give me this season, you gotta go. He signed a new contract. I mean, maybe we could have probably waited until the season was done, but here we are. Regardless, I don't mind it now. He's showed up, and that's that. Like I said, beginning of the season, it was not the best. And then you had Malasia, the young Dutch left back that came in from Feyenoord that we got from Feyenoord. I think it was 12 million or 15 million. I don't know if that was pounds or euros, but something in that order. But I just feel like Luke Shaw has just really, since being put on the bench, he showed up, man. After that, and he's just showcased that he is a force to be reckoned with. Definitely been one of Ten Hag's most trusted men, one of them at least, been pretty good this season. So I just feel like I couldn't do it. I watched every single Man United game. This guy, I was upset with him for the bare men, by the way, when we lost to Liverpool. He definitely, probably the worst game that I've seen of him ever. And he's been here for like 8 years, right? So that says a lot. But I had to pick Luke Shaw. I had to. I had to. Zane says Nathan Ake or Estupina for me. Yeah, Estupina as well. And Nathan Ake. Incredible shadow as well. Incredible. Runique says Ake, no doubt. I get that. Rudder says Luke Shaw, Ake at left back. Says I think Ake has been more consistent considering Shaw played at center back a lot. But Ake, technically, the new system that Man City has, Ake, they kind of have like a back three where Ake is like that left center back, like that left-sided center back, potentially a left back, but like but a center back. You know what I'm saying? So he is an honorable. Hey, he's been incredible. Brother says good. Dallo is able to go from right back to left back as well. Hey, fair shout. When it comes to the center back, should we just go with that? Cause yeah, we need to. Lisandro Martinez. I had to. People, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to pick. Some of y'all guys probably thinking you're just going to be putting Man United players here. Maybe. No, I'm joking. We're not going to do that. There's not going to be that many spots here for Man United players, but it is what it is. And Rajat, Rajat, you know what? We're going to have a proper, stream just for Man City and Inter. So that's going to be next week. So I'm thinking now I just want to focus on like the Prem. But it's good questions though. Uh, yeah. So keep getting your questions in. But yeah, I had to pick Lisandro Martinez. Yes, he's been, maybe a month here where he hasn't played and whatnot. And okay, some people are saying like, yeah, but y'all got slapped up like 7-0 away to Liverpool. How can you then be picking Lisandro Martinez? Like, how can you pick Man United defenders when he got slapped up by Liverpool, when he got slapped up by Brentford, when he gets slapped up by Man City, when he got slapped up? Who else did we get slapped? It's been many. It's been many. But regardless, he this guy has been a leader, a force to be reckoned with, and it's just showcased that defense. That's solid, man. That is solid because of this guy. These two, I had to. I could not exclude These two. Lisandro Martinez has been an awakening. He's been a revelation to this Manchester United defense. Are you mad? When we're trying to play from the back, you need a freaking number one. He's a good defender. Okay. This guy defined odds. Okay. By basically, he was written off by so many people out there. You're too short to be playing as a defender in the Premier League. Shush. What he said, hold my knives. I'm going to buy myself a new set of knives. Okay, they're going to be sharpened. We're going to go in here and we're going to showcase that a shorty like me can be actually be able to play it as a defender. What? Huh? He proved a lot of you wrong and he showed up. He showed up, man. He showed up. So for me, I had to pick Lisandro Martinez. He had to be in the team. I could not. I could not. I couldn't do it, people. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Are you mad? Are you mad? I do want to hear your thoughts as well, but I had to. I had to. So, people, this is Sophie's team of the season. I had to do it. I had to. He showed up, man. Since I'm gonna go with, let me say, Varane, Gabriel. Hey, versus Man United center back duo. Fair. Versus maybe in back three or back five. Hey, Critic says I would go with Varane slash Saliba and Diaz. Fair. Says you could put the United duo considering 16 clean sheets. That is a good. That is very fair. That is 100% that could be fair. Ooh, Crazy Rich Irishman. I have saved this. I wanna like basically I've saved a couple of comments here where some of you guys are writing you like your full on team. So we're gonna take that at the end. But good ones. Carragher, take that back. Yes. This says, hey Sophia, hope you're doing well. Will renew my membership this week after my subscription card issue is solved by the bank. They take no worries. Fam, I've been there. No worries. I appreciate the support. No more worries. If you guys want to become a member, link is in the description box in the chat. So they take I appreciate the love. Yeah, so send it back. I wanted to also I need to mention another one. Nathan Ake. Y'all think I was not gonna put Nathan Ake in the team? Are you mad? I decided to put him in a center back. Doesn't really matter if he's going to be a left center back or if it's going to be a right center back because I could not leave out Lisandro Martinez. But Nathan Ake probably to me has been maybe the most consistent Man City player. If I'm going to be honest, he's been super good. He's been consistent, man. One of, if not the consistent Man City player. Daily says, why not Varane? I want to, but then again, I had to be on. I don't want this to just be like Man City did win the league at the end of the day. Like, I can't just pick Man United players, guys. I had to keep it level headed as well. You know, I had to. For me, like with Luke Shaw, I had to. Like, when it comes to that left back situation, I could have technically, I could have decided to take Nathan Ake as a left back, leave out Luke Shaw, and just have Martinez and Varane. But like with Talumba, Varane, there is a bit too much injuries. I'm not gonna lie. Martinez had that one big injury at the end, but other than that, he's been playing a lot of games. So for me, I could not have Nathan Ake. I had to pick up Ming. Hope you're doing well. Pick up Olsan. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I had to. Nah. People, people, we're come on, come on, come on. Brother says Varane and Martinez are center back. Yeah, and that's fair. People, the United bias is here for some of them, but I have to like also says credit to So for being objective and unbiased with his selection. I try to be as unbiased as possible. You guys might be shocked when it comes to the midfield. You guys might be shocked. Because I'm not gonna lie, like old me will probably be like, oh, every United. If it was me last season, I would be technically no. Let's say if we had an incredible season, you know what? With the attitude, with the type of vibe that I had last season, I would have been like, yo, get every United. No, we can't do it. I, come on, come on. We're gonna try to be as objective as possible, but of course there will be some biases here and there. But with me, Nathan Ake, I've been watching a lot of Man City games, especially this season. I watch a lot. You guys know I do a lot of watch along, not just Man United games, but I've done Man City watch along, I've done Liverpool watch alongs, I've done Arsenal watch alongs. You know, Like I've seen a lot of different games throughout this whole season, and I have to try my best to keep it objective. But there will, of course, it wouldn't be 100% objective, in my opinion. But Nathan Ake, going back to my initial point here, Nathan Ake has been very, very good for this Man City team in that defense. He's been a force to be reckoned with, man. I remember like in some of the games where Man City has been playing with Arsenal, like he's kept the Saka on the wraps. He really has, man. He really has kept some of these men them on the wraps, man. Nathan Ake has been good. So this is basically the defense overall here. Let me see what you guys are saying as well while I take a sip. Martinez says, no, saying that Martinez only had one this season bad game, and that was against us. Yeah, because the Man City game when we wait, that Man City game he actually did play though when we got trash. So he did play that. There's been some, but most of the games this season, he's been a pretty much of a force to be reckoned with, man. His ball playing abilities is really good. It's really good. So Kulik says De Bruyne, Rodri, Erdogan for the midfield, but Bruno, Rodri, KDB. Let's go to the midfield then. Okay. So some of you guys might be like, oh, you might be shocked, or you might not be shocked. Okay, so oh, by the way, I just also mentioned, I also forgot, honorable shout for what for the center back as well. Sven Botman has been incredible as well for Newcastle. So I just kind of want to also give him an honorable shout as well, if I'm going to be honest. This says, why wouldn't you choose a Golden Glove winner as the goalkeeper? Y'all know I love the hair, but Daily Tech, I didn't mention early on. I had to. I feel like how integral Allison has been for that Liverpool team. Like they would have been way lower in the table if it wasn't for an Allison. I have to be honest. And with the hair, our defense, I love the hair, but I had to pick Allison if I'm gonna be honest. I just had to. I had to be honest. You know. But yeah, when it comes to, I had to pick Rodri. I had to pick Rodri. People, I had to do it. I had to pick Rodri. I had to do it. I had to do it. Partey, yeah, that's not happening. I'm sorry. He completely. I really wanted to pick Casemiro. I wanted to do it, people. I wanted to do it. But let's be honest now. Are we gonna keep it 100 or are we not gonna keep it 100? Because I'm trying to keep it 100 on the show. I Hey, if it wasn't for Casemiro's second, even though I didn't agree with it, I didn't necessarily agree with. I have to be honest. I didn't necessarily agree with. I did agree with the first red card because I was like, brother, you can't grab a man's neck, even though there was picture and whatnot. But Jordan Ayew probably should have gotten himself a red card as well in that game. But hey, VAR, we can talk about that in another show. Maybe for next season, how can VAR the ref improve and whatnot? We can do a proper show just about that. We'll do that. But second red card that he got, I was like, yeah, I don't agree with it, but he was gone for a while, right? He's been gone, and he has also had like a yellow card. I think prior to was it prior to that second red card? I think it might have been. And also when he came back after all those suspensions, he was a bit shaky. I'm not gonna lie, he was a little bit shaky. But so for me, I couldn't pick Casemiro, even though he's been. If we're gonna talk about like probably one of the best signings this season, we can have a conversation about it being Casemiro. That definitely added something to that midfield because without Casemiro, midfield ain't midfielding for Man United. Oh, hey, let's keep 100. But you know who's been uh, that doesn't make this Man City team fully mesh without is Rodri. Rodri, this guy plays week in and week out for this Man City team. While you see a De Bruyne sometimes be sitting on the bench, you see Gundogan sometimes sitting on the bench, you see a Bernardo Silva sometimes sitting on the bench. Obviously, Calvin Phillips is supposed to be like technically supposed to come in and let offload Rodri here and there, but like no. Rodri shows up. The guy is a force to be reckoned with. And I used to have discussions earlier. I was like, no, no, Casemiro, he's been the best. He's the best DM and whatnot. And if we're gonna say like maybe all around as a prop CDM, I would say maybe, you know, potentially have to say Casemiro. But like this season, who's been the best this season? Who's showed up? Who's been consistent week in and week out? It is Rodri. Are we gonna lie? No. I cannot sit here. There's no discussion. There is no discussion here. Rodri is incredible, man. I often feel like, you see the De Bruyne's, you see the Bernardo Silva getting the shine. They do deserve it. But sometimes it's a little bit too easy to kind of not really fully, um, you know, it's easy sometimes to overlook a player like Rodri, you know, if that makes sense. But he's incredible. He's incredible. Chronic says no way for party. Party is not happening. I mean, he was immense at the beginning of the season, whatnot. But brother, no. Casado, honorable shout. Declan Rice, honorable shout. Casemiro, 100% honorable shout. If it wasn't Rodri, I would put Casemiro in there. Uh, Dedek says as a DM, Rodri wins 100%. Dedek says you have to include De Bruyne in that mid with a player. And we did. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had actually, prior to me going live, I actually had Gundogan instead. I was like, Gundogan has been super good, but then I'm like, but De Bruyne has kind of, I cannot leave De Bruyne out. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot. I cannot leave out De Bruyne in this team. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I did it before I went live, but then I was like, no, no, no. We have to change. Gundogan, honorable shout. 100%. Incredible. But De Bruyne, even though there was at the beginning of the season, he didn't really fully, like how I felt like Rodri has been super consistent. But the De Bruyne, I think one of the reasons why Man City has started to click is also because of De Bruyne clicked. That partnership that he has with, like, when he see the passes that he makes, chef's kiss, man. This guy, I had to. I had to. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk, dude. Bruno Guimaraes, honorable shout, 100%. 100% as well. So we have to also give a shout out to Bruno Guimaraes, and as well, like I said, Casado, Alexis McAllister, honorable shout. Somebody mentioned him here. Ødegaard. Ødegaard, my fellow Norwegian, I had to put him in. I mean, one of the reasons why not Man City, but Arsenal, yes, okay, they didn't win the league at the end of the day, but he has still showed up as a leader for this Arsenal team. Been incredible. He has a good season. The stats doesn't lie. For me also Bruno Fernandes is also an honorable shout. But there's been, if I'm gonna be honest though, even though Bruno Fernandes stats, like, when you look at it, the stats has been good and pretty good, of course, whatnot. But I just feel like I cannot sit here and not mention Ødegaard. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. The fact that when I predicted Arsenal, I predicted Arsenal to come fourth this season. I was thinking, yeah, they'll get Champions League football, but I never would have foresaw them being in a title race and whatnot. Yes, they fell short at the end of the day, which 100% lies on them. We all know that, but still, with the fact that they even put themselves in this situation, one of the reasons is for a Ødegaard is it's not just the stats, it's also just, I don't know, man, scoring more goals. This is just like I've been following Ødegaard ever since he was what 15 years old. Like watch him a little bit at was it what's one Norwegian club? Myrdal? Was it Myrdal? One of the but Norwegian national team. Then he got snubbed, got signed by Real Madrid, and whatnot, loan for Real Sociedad. I've been following along with his, he's just 3 years younger than me, so I've been following along with his whole journey and whatnot for him to then now, went on, what was it, loan for Arsenal 2 seasons ago and whatnot, I believe, and now being here. He's been immense. So, but it is important to also mention a player such as Bruno Fernandes as well. I do think it's important to mention him as well. Yes, yes. Let's see what you guys saying. He makes passes that don't even exist. I'm wondering, are you referring here to De Bruyne? I think you're probably referring to De Bruyne. Do let me know. That probably would be De Bruyne. Hunter asks, are you doing a watch along for the match tomorrow? I will be doing a watch along for the Europa League final. Yes, yes. Okay, so he says Grealish. Was on ask, how do you correctly pronounce the in this name? Okay, so this is how you pronounce it. Ödegård. Ö, 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 Ödegård. And the two A's makes the same sound as the last letter of the Norwegian alphabet, which is O. So whenever you see a Norwegian name where there's two A's, it's not ah or a, it's O. Okay, like for instance with Haaland, it's not Haaland, it's Haaland. Okay, but I've heard the reports and whatnot. Like he said in interviews that he doesn't mind people saying Haaland, but here in Norway we say Haaland, Haaland, Ödegård. Okay, that's how you say it. Because Harry says I prefer Ödegård to Bruno. Fair. Rhoda says Ödegård did good, and that's also fair. Says I think it's Strom something. Oh, was it Strömsgodset? Oh, it might have been Strömsgodset actually. You might be. Oh no, you're welcome. Um, yeah, Haaland would be kind of like yeah, in a way, that would kind of be, yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, let's move on to the left wing. I had to put my guy Rashi, but I'm not gonna lie, people. I had somebody else as the left wing. That's not really a winger, and I was like, I had to have Rashford. KFC agrees with me. Rashford said Rashford or Grealish for left wing. I couldn't really put Grealish, although Grealish, honorable shout. Honorable shout. Do let me know what you guys would also think as honorable shouts as well when it comes to left wings. Pick up people that's here for the stream. I do appreciate it. Rajat John Stones 100% honorable shout throughout. Yeah, keep letting me know at the end of it as we you know move on to the end of this um team of the season. Do let me know what you guys, in case you feel like, hey, Sophie, this guy is also honorable shout, yada 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 and whatnot. Says it's Martinelli, Rashford. Martinelli honorable shout, but I had to pick Rashford. I had to because he equaled the same goal tally and whatnot. 30 goals this season. As last time we had a Man United player scored 30 goals, that was my guy RVP. Yes. Man United had their annual seasonal award show yesterday. So Rashford got the Matt Busby um trophy. Okay, he literally, the fans voted him as the best player, and also his fellow teammates voted him as the player of the season. So he snapped up two trophies last night, and I'm proud of him. Big up Afro Thunder. Hope you're doing well. And Reza says Mitoma, Grealish, Rashford at left wing. Yeah, Mitoma as well. Honorable shout. Grealish, honorable shout. 100% honorable shout for sure. But yeah, I could not leave out my guy Rashford. I couldn't do it. So yeah, as you guys can see, three Man United players to make it into my team. I mean, let's be honest, they're not going to be more. The two other spots that ain't for United players. It ain't gonna be Martial as a striker. I'll tell you that much. It's not gonna be Anthony, even though Anthony has actually been pretty decent. But we'll like I said, this Sunday we're gonna do a Man United season review. We'll talk about it. We're gonna rate all of the players individually, every single player. So we'll chop it up then when we're having some fellow United supporters and whatnot to do it. So it'll be good. But Rashford had to be in it. Come on now. He's had his best ever season. For sure. This is up top, Martial. That's funny. He's had his best ever season, okay, for Man United. Like, this guy had his debut, senior debut. I remember it was February 28th, okay? February 28th, okay? 2016 peeps. I remember like it was yesterday. How old was I? I was in February 2016. Was that 21? I was 21. Actually was 21, 21. I was 21 years old. The guy was what, 16, 17? No, 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 no. Casey says personally I'll take Casemiro over Rodri. Would you really? Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. But yeah, Rashford, no, 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 no. He showed up. Okay. And also we've had to basically rush him back at the end of the season. He's been playing a little bit with injuries here and there, but he's still been at least post World Cup. Like the guy has scored a lot of goals. Like when it came to like it was a point of the season after it was a period of time after the World Cup where he was just scoring week in, week out, where he was in world class form. Like legit world class form. And I think Rashford can become like he's at that age now. Like what is he? He's 26. He's like 2 years younger than me, and he is at that age where I think the ceiling it's high, and I think he can still do similar numbers. I think I believe that he can still do 30 goals next season. Maybe even get to 20 goals in the Prem like he did. You know, he made it to 17 goals in the Prem. I really feel like he could actually make it to 20 next season potentially. So even though we get a striker, I do still want Rashford to still keep that goal scoring form as well. Maybe even get a couple of more assists as well would be great as well. But at the end of the day, he showed up. Okay, so right wing though. Before we go to right wing, what are people saying? Cases Martial needs to go. Yeah. What is it? Casemiro got to be on our bench. Oh, 100. Come on. Yeah. Wow, it's a bit of you know what? KFC, wow, I find it quite interesting that you said Casemiro over Rodri, to be honest. Like as a Man City player, but hey, I mean, not as a Man City player, but as a Man City fan. Oh, okay. You know what? Let me actually hear some of you guys' thought because you guys are going to be shocked who I put as right back. Not right back, but right wing. I want to hear your guys's um picked for the right wing before I actually mention it myself. So Casey says Saka or Salah. Hey, fair, fair. For me, when it comes to Salah, I feel like he showed up a little bit too late. But his stats. I mean, he showed up, but like, I just feel like at the beginning, like when they really needed it to at the beginning. I'm gonna be honest though. Casey said Anthony probably. I put Anthony. I can tell you right now. No, but I was honest. There's I'm letting you know right now. There's no other Man United players except for these three I have. Okay, so no, no. Also says, what do you make of rumors that Real Madrid? Ooh, let me save that, Osan, so we can have it at the end. Dedek Salah should be no way near. Okay. Anybody else who has other pick up Ravi? We're just talking about the right wing for now, so I'm going to be sharing that pick very soon. But I want to hear you guys' pick. Almiron, Almiron had like I don't like using necessarily the word purple patch, but he looked good at the beginning. He looked good at the beginning, but I was like, I couldn't do it. Never miss says, wait a minute, goalkeeper got no one goalkeeper got golden gloves in top four. Another is in Europe, yet he is in this Premier League team of the season. Yes, he is. He is. Rewind, go back to the beginning of the stream, probably in the 11th minute, to see why I decided to pick Allison. Because I'm not gonna go back to fully go back to why I decided, but I had to. Right, says, but in Salah's worst season, he scored lots of goals. I agree, but I think he showed up a bit too late. The same goes with a couple of other Liverpool players. But you know who's been super consistent? This guy right here. Also says Salah ghosted in too many games. Not gonna lie. Yes. So he ain't gonna be Salah. Okay, he said I have a player in mind, but I'm 99% he's not in it. Okay. I had to pick Harry Kane, people. I know he's not a winger, but are you mad? He scored 30 Premier League goals in the shit Spurs side. And he scored in 26 Premier League games. And you think I ain't gonna put him in? We might as well just put Haaland because I'm gonna put Haaland at the top. This is a team. You mad? Do you think I ain't gonna put Harry freaking Kane? What? Huh? Nah, nah, nah.
Let's go! Come on!
One more time for the man then.
Let's go! Come on!
I had to do it, people. I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it, man. People had to. So this is the team. Once again, let's just talk about Kane for a second because y'all know it's Haaland up top, but let's just talk about Kane. Let's just talk about Kane. Harry Harry says, "Oh, Harry glass ankles Kane as Nathan calls him." I feel like that's so fucking disrespectful, but it is what it is. Also says, "Ah, I see what you've been doing. So right, do something. Let me know. Do some of you guys. By the way, I'm not gonna lie, people. Yeah, literally before I went live, actually I had Bukayo Saka, but I was like, I cannot. I can, like you guys see, I did a 4-3-3, right? I could not leave out Kane. But Bukayo Saka is an honorable shout. Yeah, you could say Salah is an honorable shout as well. But I could not leave out Kane. So I had to be like, you know what? We just need to make sure that we. Uh, Rajat, I had to. Rajat, Rajat, I had to. Brother has good feet, okay? It is what it is. Rajat, Rajat, I had to pick. I cannot not have. I had to do it. What is, exactly, Ozan? If we people, are we gonna keep it real or we're not gonna keep it real? Are we? I know he's not a winger. I know, but the guy is super versatile regardless. Sometimes he plays hella deep, almost like a 10 something. Like what? I had to. Because I really had Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, I could have had him there, but I just felt like if it wasn't for Haaland, my fellow Norwegian, right here, who obviously is a striker, then like he scored what 36 goals in the Prem this season. Incredible. Broke the record. So that's like I feel like so many people have had this discussion overall. Like we know with Haaland, like we don't need to have more. The guy won, I think, Premier League's player of the season as well as young player of the season as well. Like let's there's nothing more to say. And this comes from me, fellow Norwegian. Love the guy, but I had to bring Kane. It's not because I want him to come to Man United. That ain't it. But if it wasn't for Haaland, people will speak about Kane. He did 30 goals in a shit Spurs side. They finished freaking eighth. This guy in Mourinho's, I know it's not this season, but remember Mourinho's season? He literally became the top goal scorer, also got the most assists as well. And they finished seventh. This time they finished eighth. Outside of no Europe, the first time in 14 years that they don't have any Europe football. Any, right? That is a lot. But he still showed up. The fact that they finished eighth, you know why? Because it's because of this guy right here. If it wasn't for this guy, 100%, they could have maybe been in Chelsea's foot. They could have. Because with Chelsea, they'd be shit overall, but Chelsea can score to save their lives. If Chelsea just had a Kane, they'll be able to have be more higher up in the table. Are we going to sit here and lie, or are we not going to sit here and lie? Because are we sitting going to lie or not? That didn't really sound right, but you know what I'm saying. I had to. I had to. Let me hear what you guys are saying. Casey says, I was like, she's going to put Kane. Then I was like, nah, he's not a winger. But you're right. I did. Percy Vigors instead of Holland. Yeah, get out of here. I think Leno deserves a mention on the bench. Hey, potentially. Holland has been such a flop. Look how well Vigors played goal in every league. You can imagine. That's funny. Also says that record won't be broken anytime soon unless it's broken by Erling himself. Imagine that. Roger said Kane can go at Cam when he changed formation, not a right wing. Doesn't make sense. You know what? To me, I feel like we're putting a bit too much of a this is my team this season. And I know that I could have changed formation and done two players, two strikers up top. I could have done that. But this is Sophie's this is I'm doing it on this on my stream. I'm doing it on my channel. I'm gonna put him as a winger. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Kane is a winger. For me, in this, how versatile he's been this season, I'll put him as a winger. How about that? So yeah, people, this is Sophie Serves. Sophia's team of the season. We're gonna go do a little rewind, like a quick summary. So in goal, Allison. On the bull shouts, we have De Gea, we have Ramsdale, and we also have Nick Pope. Trippier as right back. On the bull shout, Ben White. Alongside, like I said, Wan-Bissaka. Luke Shaw as left back. Had to put them there. Lisandro Martinez as center back alongside Ake. But audible shout here when it comes to the center backs. Of course, we also do have, like I said, Varane. We have Saliba. We have Gabriel and Magalesh. I'm realizing I only have one Arsenal player, and they got second. I know, I know, but I had to. I had to. So, Rodri. But I try to, people, none of the, like most teams this season, people are always going to find something that will be like, nah, I disagree with this, I disagree with that. But like I had to, for me, this is what made sense to me. Because I changed it right before I went live. I had to then change it. So this is what I just feel like. And like you said, Arsenal's season started to crumble when Saliba got injured. So yeah, maybe Saliba could have been there. But I couldn't leave out Martinez or Aki. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Big up to Ad Time Podcast says big up Queen. Thank you. Any thought on Martial missing out on the FA Cup final? Ooh, I will do a match preview for the FA Cup final on Thursday. So, you know, so we'll talk more about that. But I haven't heard that he will be missing out. So we'll see. That time podcast, aka JPT, do subscribe to this channel, says that's the mean team of the season. City beat them 3-1. Hey, hate the game. No, don't hate the player, hate the game. Is that what we say? Harry said, I don't know much about Prem Best 11. I just hear about players who have been amazing from others. I could probably tell you La Liga team of the season. Ooh, interesting. That podcast has no sock on the right wing. Right before I went live, I actually did. I made it yesterday, and then I said, okay, Saka. But then I was like, I could not leave out Kane. I couldn't do it. I could not change formation, like I said, and have two strikers. I could have done that, but I was like, no. I had to pick Kane, people. I couldn't leave him out. I couldn't. If we just, take Haaland out, then Kane will be up top, and then Saka will be on that right wing. But yeah, we have Ødegaard in that midfield alongside Rodri, of course, De Bruyne. We're doing their thing. And then our front three right here, Rashford as left wing, Kane as right wing. I know it's mad. And then, of course, my fellow Norwegian, Haaland as the lone striker. But honorable shouts, Mitoma, Salah, you know, bare people. Alexander Isak as one of the strikers as well. Callum Wilson has done their thing. Yeah. Hey. Right, so that's a crime. No Salah.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
It is what it is, brother. That time Baka says fair Kane's goal tally is crazy if it wasn't for the robot from Norway. Right? 30 goals in this Premier League season. As well as he scored in 26 Premier League games. What? Oh, y'all think I'm not going to put him in? I'm sorry. This is Sophie's team of the season. It is what it is. No Salah, no Salah, no Salah in Soph's team. Yeah, he showed up a bit too late for me. I'm sorry. Because a lot of these guys are the ones that really have showed up for me. Because I could have also put Bruno. I could have done it, but like I see with my eyes. Sometimes it's not just the best stats. Eyes, people, eyes. Okay, sometimes I get a little bit sick with the stats. The eyes. And I know with Haaland, obviously, like the stats fully puts him in favor. Let's be honest, and with Kane, of course. But like also, it's sometimes with Kane, like not with Kane, but with Haaland, people been like, yeah, but he's a type of no. Look at the different. Look at how good of a natural type of striker, like how he's able to get himself into those spaces to know, okay, if I be here, the pass will come. And at the beginning for Man City, it didn't really click. Even though he was scoring lots of goals, but there were also some games where he wasn't clicking. He's been a little bit wasteful here and there. And then with Man City, they're trying to hold a little bit onto the ball, but it's like, hold on, like I'm here. So I'm like, okay, let me try to play a little bit deeper. But Guardiola was like, no, no, no. I want you to be up top. Be up top. So and I said they're gonna click at some point. They've had. They definitely done that. So that's the reason why I have literally four Man City players in this team. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let me read some of you guys' comments before we then talk about my manager of the season as well. Maybe even player of the season. I mean, technically, no. Player of the season, it's Haaland. If Ødegaard, also honorable player of the season as well, in my opinion, to be honest. So, yeah. Do. And so Tom says, I'm back. Big up. Big up. Devils United, aka Macy says, hey, Sophia, great picks. Thank you. People do subscribe to Macy's channel. Do show her some love. At Time Podcast says, meanwhile, 17 goals get you top scorer in Germany. Yeah, I heard that with, what was it? Christopher Nkunku. Freaking hell, wow. Right, says, me and you, Sophia, have four eyes.
I prefer really not to speak.
Ravi, I love lots of your jokes, but Ravi, that was not it, Ravi. That was not it. I'm joking. Those on the was it though? The Ozan says the eye test merchant versus stats merchant was a topic of debate on N's channel yesterday. Hey, I feel like you can be both, but I don't want to fully just be an eye test merchant, and I don't also want to full. You know what? That's actually what that could actually be a stream that I could do. Maybe I can even invite N's to. I might check it out. I might actually. I don't think I was. No, I haven't checked that out. But you know what? That could actually be a good show to do. So we might do that, and maybe we can, once it's no football, that can be a good topic of conversation, and invite Ends and some other people from different teams and just chop it up. Because I do think sometimes it gets a bit too like, yeah, but stats, especially like, y'all know I work with kids, so you know, yeah. Sometimes with this generation, it's so much like stats, and sometimes I do kind of miss like the old school, like with football. Yes, we saw like some of the greats didn't necessarily have like banging goals week in and week out, like astronomical numbers. But when you saw them play, chef's kiss. But then again, on the other side, it's also important to sometimes do have the stats in mind. I think it's important to keep a level headed, because sometimes when I be doing the Man United match reactions and whatnot, it tends to often be, yeah, but okay, but this guy has like, when it comes to, I might say like, this player was really good, but then the stats doesn't necessarily prove that that player had the best game. But I'm like, but I saw it with my eyes though, that this player had a good game. My eyes did not lie to me, but I can 100% acknowledge the stats. But at the same time, I can have a balanced argument and be like, you know what? I see you stats, but I have eyes. Speaking of eyes, I actually did try out contact lenses for the first time earlier today. So just, so I might have that on for a few streams in the next days. But hey, we'll see. Quite interesting feeling though. Not gonna lie, that was very interesting. Never done it. But hey. Ray says, Sophia, who's the manager and on the bench? Manager of the season, Eddie Howe for me. Yeah, yeah. I had to be. Newcastle, like a year and a half ago, they were fighting relegation. Relegation, people. Okay? What? And now here we are. Season is done. They got fourth Champions League football. They look defensively resolute. They be having some games where they kill a point. The opponents, they kill them off. It's yada. It's done out here. It's a massacre. Okay, actual carnage. That's what this Newcastle team has been doing. I cannot wait to see what Newcastle is going to do for next season, especially in the Champions League. I definitely need to do a couple of Newcastle Champions League watch alongs for sure. Hey, that's going to be epic. But the job that Eddie Howe has done has been incredible. I have to just be like, yo, come on now. Because I think I was saying maybe my first prediction before the win, right before a week or so before the yeah, it was a week before the season started, and obviously before the window closed, I was saying I think they'll get seventh, like seventh. Hey, I can see that. Did I think it was going to be fourth? No, 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 no. Am I happy? Yes. Fellow United, Man United, Newcastle United. We're all going to be united together in the Champions League. And I respect that. So for me, I had to pick Eddie Howe as that, you know, the manager of the season. If an honorable shout as well, by the way, is Mikel Arteta. Even though I can't stand Arsenal, we're going to keep it 100. If Arsenal would have won the league, I would have said Mikel Arteta for sure. I'd be like, okay, Mikel Arteta should win the manager of the season. But since that was not the case, and because of the magnitude of how going from, you know, basically the initial problem being like, maybe we can get the Euro for Newcastle, but like, it wouldn't be like the end of the world if it's not the case. But we hope for it to actually be solidified and getting top four. Now that's different gravy. That's something that you need to fully talk about. And seeing like a player like Joe Linton, who was a striker, being, even though that was like last season, whatnot, but he showed up, revitalized as a proper midfielder. Joe Willock showed up. Jacob Murphy, maybe he might get sold regardless though. Some players that you might have written off for Newcastle has showed up. Sean Longstaff as well, being key, like, you know what I'm saying, and also adding a few key players as well, new signings. Alexander Isak, fellow Norwegian, not fellow Norwegian, fellow Scandinavian, and fellow East African. Okay, Sweden by nationality, I guess, and then Eritrean by ethnicity, and I'm Somali by ethnicity, and I'm Norwegian by nationality. Come on now, yo, East Africa people, we out here. So I'm gonna claim him. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna claim him. So for me, big up, and Bruno Camaradesh as well. Come on now. Oh, what? Sven Botman. Come on. Trippier. Come on. Like, there's nothing else to say. Newcastle showed up, but also the Zerbi done an incredible job. What was it? Came in after Potter got sacked. Not sacked. What am I saying? Sacked. He freaking out. Forgot. He did not get sacked. He left Brighton, then became the Chelsea manager. You see, y'all know the story. Y'all know how all of this ended, right? We all know. Come on now. It's nothing. Nothing new, but it's just interesting with how he came in. Also lost some key players and whatnot in that Brighton team, but still able to actually put them in a better position than where they were left with, if that makes sense. Like I was thinking, hey, like Brighton get like mid table, like that's good, or maybe right outside and whatnot, But they've been playing some good football. I feel like with Arsenal, they've probably played like the best football throughout, like for most of the season. But the Zerbi ball is like a close second, if not maybe even better. Like the way they play out from the back is just that is chef's kiss. There's players that are showed up: Mitoma, Estupinan, McAllister, of course, like Casado. Come on, Pascal Gross, like they what? Evan Ferguson, the striker, was he 18 years old? Come on, what? What are we doing here? What are we what are we doing here? Like, of course it's gonna be an honorable shout. So deserve be 100%. Also, Unai Emery kept coming in for a Steven Gerrard and taking that Aston Villa job when Aston Villa was 17th in the season after Gerrard got sacked, and ending up with literally giving them European football. And also, I do need to mention, which I forgot to mention actually, you know, Brighton in the Europa League, incredible as well. Aston Villa in Conference League, incredible as well. Like it's yo, they were on this, I think, unbeaten run, or I don't know if it was unbeaten run or if it was like a winning streak, but I remember up until they played Man United at Old Trafford, That's when they lost. But up until then, they had like 9 wins or something in that order. Like they had a really good stats. I remember. But also post World Cup, with Ollie Watkins scoring lots of goals, bagging in and whatnot, and just the team just looking like a force to reckon with. So it's gonna be quite interesting. Although, like with Conference League, like I couldn't really care that much about Conference League if I'm gonna be honest. But it'll be interesting. I'm like West Ham. They're now, they're gonna next week. It's a final for West Ham in the Conference League against Fiorentina. This time next year, I would be shocked if we suddenly see Aston Villa in the final of the Conference League. I would not be shocked. Come on now, Unai Emery just literally won against Man United with Villarreal. Was it 2 years ago? Freaking hell! At the time, I just might have been two. No, was it? I think it was. Pretty sure it was, or it was three. People, the time is just flowing by like that. But all I'm trying to say is he's done an incredible job. Also, I think as well, Gary O'Neill for Bournemouth with keeping them up after I think it was Scott Parson who got sacked after they got slapped up by Liverpool 9-0 early on in the season. While he was kind of completely throwing the players on the bus and say like, "This players, they're just not good enough and whatnot." And then you see a Gary O'Neill completely turning it around. They've been doing their thing. They won. I remember after Man United got slapped up by Liverpool, and I was like, I think Bournemouth could win against Liverpool 6 days later, which they did. And I predicted it correctly. Listen to Soph. Sometimes people gotta listen to Auntie Soph. Sometimes Auntie Soph knows what she's talking about. Other times I could be wrong because I did think that 7-0. I didn't foresee 7-0. I was thinking we were gonna. I did predict that it was gonna be carnage and massacre, blood to be spilled. But I just didn't think that it was gonna be our blood to be spilled. But regardless, I digress. All I'm trying to say is Gary Neal, fair shot as well. And of course, my manager, Ten Hag, as well. I know I've been on a full on rant, but I just have to like mention this. Ten Hag is also a manager that I have to mention. I have to like, give an honorable mention to as well, just because of the fact that, um, okay, yes, I know like rival fans be like, yeah, but you celebrating third. I'm not celebrating. That's not. Can I not be happy? Can I not be like, yo, we had our worst ever season in like if we talk about point tally and whatnot last season. It was toxic, everything. Dressing room leaks. It was disgusting. Okay? It was at that time when I was finishing off my bachelor's degree. Like it was, y'all know how much stress I had. It was not good. I had to take a break with making content in general because I was like, no, I am stressed. This is not good for me. I am no. What? It was too much, people. Luckily, I did finish and everything went well. But the season was abysmal. So we've taken a 180. Okay? We finally won a trophy. Yes, okay, it's the Mickey Mouse trophy. Yada, yada, yada. A trophy's a trophy. How about that? Okay? I ain't gonna sit here and celebrate a 7-Up trophy. That ain't what we do. No. We celebrate the trophies. Whether big or small, we celebrate them. We're gonna be happy. But we move on. We move on. We're trying to get another one. So we got a trophy. Potentially this Saturday, we're gonna get another one. Is what can happen. You can clip it or whatnot. I believe we can do it. We'll talk about it on Thursday's match preview. Regardless, I do want to mention Pep Guardiola, of course, also like, but do we need to necessarily mention Pep Guardiola as an honorable shout? I don't know. But you know what? It is what it is. I went on a rant for a long time now. But yeah, this was the longest like manager of the season, but I just had to mention the other managers as well. Is there any other manager that I've Oh, Marco Silva, by the way, for Fulham? Because a lot of people were saying Fulham was gonna get relegated. I don't know if I did. I actually do need to double check that. But they stayed up. Like mid, potentially they could have gotten subs to Europe, but hey, it is what it is. Sorry. Y'all had to F up with Mitrovic and stuff, but that's for another video for another day. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Um, freaking hell, I just went there. Ravi says, Sofia, is that Luton next season getting 6 points for Spurs home and away?
It's the history of the Tottenham.
That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, Kalini. Also, I agree. A balance of both is ideal. Yep. Yeah, thank you, Ravi. This is Macy's YouTube channel. Check her out. She does men's and women's football. And yes, I will be a guest there on Monday, 5th of June. Thank you, Ravi. Yes, yes, yes. At a time podcast says the question is not who is the manager of the season, but how is the manager of the season? Okay.
That is so fetch.
I love it. I love it. Wow. Wow. President Eddie Howe. Eddie will need to smartly buy in the window as UCL is the priority. Oh, 100%. 100%. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Yeah. I agree. The manager of the season race was better than the title race. Oh my God. Hey. Yo. Yes. Yes. Tomo says Eddie was good. The Zerby too. Yes. And yes. Cooper, shout out to Eric first year in Trophy 1. Gary O'Neill. The Zerby. Yes. Yes. Brighton definitely deserved to be in the Euro.
Are you?
No,
That is so fetch.
that is so fetch. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Unai bringing Villa European competition. Yes. Can we have an award for all the sacked managers in the Prem this season? Donkey of the Season award. Oh yes. You know what? That could be a dope. That could actually be a funny stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Donkey of the Season award. Like hee haw, like the Breakfast Club. That oh, I used to watch that sometimes. That could be. Hey, if I need anything, we might potentially need to do that after the Champions League and whatnot. We'll see. We'll see. I said, so Sophia, don't forget that you have the goat accent also. Thank you. I said, so if Newcastle get bigger, would they let Eddie go for some bigger fish, or ain't they stupid to do so?
Buenos noches, días.
That's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say. They should have, yeah, maybe. Big up to Osa for sending the super chat. I appreciate it. Says Roger, Gerard, Potter, Lampard, Conte, Vieira, Jones, Jesse March, Hasenhutl, Bruno Lodge. Oh, freaking hell, that's been so many. Yo! Tuchel, Scott Parker, Stellini, Garcia, Gracia. Who was the worst? Ooh, and Lampard. Lampard. One, yeah, I have to say Lampard. I think I have to say Lampard if I'm going to be honest. Lampard. Not just because, like, he almost got Everton relegated. And if it was, let's be honest, if it wasn't for Tuchel's actually, you know, stats at the beginning of the season for Chelsea, I think Chelsea maybe could have gotten themselves relegated. So for me, no, 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 it has to be, it actually has to be Lampard. I'm sorry. Right, says Sofia, don't forget Klopp for not buying a decent midfield. Oh yeah, that is, yeah. I have no idea what that is. Did you make any? Huh? I don't know what that is. Oh, Sean Dyche, honorable mention, but he came in a bit too late. So that's how podcast says Sophia going DJ Khaled mode. Another one. I actually do have that sound. Where is it? Where is it? I do have two.
Another one. 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 Another one.
Okay, I'm.
Why are you? Another one.
Sorry. Sometimes I'm a bit too much, man. Sometimes. Oh, okay, okay. Homer, chill, Homer. Stop this. I do too much, man. Versus Sophia, your boy Big Cherry doing a show tonight on Tottenham linked to Liverpool. Hey, that box is just bad. My word, wasn't expecting Mean Girls on. Hey, that is one of my favorite movies. It is actually one of my favorite movies. That's how because it has to be a picture of Donkey from Shrek. Oh, yes. We're actually yes, 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 yes. All of it. All of it. I said, Sophia, I don't know how I will cope with that much quality with you and Mace doing a show together. The energy and banter is going to be, hey, I'm excited. I thought it says Lampard or Jones. Woo! Oh, watch alongs. Wait, what was the question? Did you make any watch? Oh, yeah. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did. I think at the beginning. I did some preseason. I'm pretty sure I did do some watch alongs at the beginning of last season, like early. I think summer at least. Yeah, I think like summer of 2021. I think I did. That's on podcast says Potter with his 3 wins in a row prevented Lampard's. Yeah, yeah, that could be that's a part of it as well. Casey says, "Why are you running?" Yes, right, says Sofia. So Ugarte at Chelsea on the top-notch Pochettino. So that's your boy Mount United. Yeah.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
That's hilarious. All the sacked Premier League managers could form a starting 11 all by themselves. Ah, that's funny. You know what? We actually, because on no, not Sunday, on Friday, I'm going to do a show again where we're going to be doing basically a starting 11 of worst 11. So we're going to do a worst starting 11, worst XI on Friday. So stay tuned for that. You might get shocked by some of the players that I put in. And I know some of like the top nail is like Modric and whatnot, but hey, all I'm gonna say is it could be, it could not be. Let me read some more of your guys' comments before I start to wrap up the show because I do gotta eat and I'm kind of tired. But yeah, it's been a good show though. I do appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, let me read some of you guys' comments. Bart was here early. This is Bart's team of the season. So Bart decided to put Allison, Diaz, Bobman, Trippier, Ake, KDB, Ödegaard, Rodri, Salah, Haaland, Rashford, and says my Premier League, okay, my Premier League except season. I'm tempted to substitute Kamarish and Rodri and stock with Mo Salah. Manager Eddie Howe. Okay. Then says Martinez for Bobman is a decent shout, but Bobman was a less high profile move in Newcastle defensive record. By the way, Bart knows a lot of ish. I just have to say that. Big up. 33 goals conceded is the best joint in the league. Come on now. Hey, so that was Bart's comments, and then Brush. We got the Brush. This is his team of the season: Allison, Estepina, Martinez, Saliba, Trippier, Casado. Oh, I completely forgot to mention Paulina. Also, Fulham DM honorable shout as well. De Bruyne, Salah, Kane, Haaland, manager Pep. Second string is as follows: Nick Pope, Shaw, Botman, Dunk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. White, Rice, Rodri, the Gorisaka, Tony. Okay. Mitoma, honorable mentions to Rashi Martinelli. And then says, outside of Pep, Howe has done a fantastic job. And shout out to Thomas. Oh my God, how did I forget to mention Thomas Frank? Thomas Frank also is an honorable shout as a manager of the season. Yo, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That is, yo, my bad. My bad. Wow. Nathan said, do you think we will get Neymar Jr. at Manchester United? We've been linked with him again, so I don't know. Cause now I'm like, I do think the Qataris will come in. So maybe. I don't know if I necessarily would want him though, if I'm gonna be completely honest, but we're gonna be doing a transfer show and we'll start to talk about and react to stuff like that for sure. The Crazy Irishman says my team of the year would be Pope, Trippier, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Bruno, basically Bruno G and Bruno F, Rashford, Jesus, Almiron. Okay, wow. I feel like Gabriel Jesus, like he was gone for several months after the post World Cup as he was injured in the World Cup and whatnot. But then when he came back, like I don't really feel like he has been pulling up trees. If you kind of look at his stats, like it's not really far away from Martial, if we're going to be very honest. And Martial, who does have less games. So, and I raised Jesus, but like I can't do it. I'm sorry. But hey, those are that is your team of the season. So I'm not gonna disregard that. That is your team of the season. It is what it is. Ostan says, "What do you make of rumors that Real Madrid want to sign Rashford if Benzema moves to Saudi Arabia?" I have not heard. I did hear about Benzema wanting to go to Saudi Arabia, but I haven't heard that Rashford has been linked with Real Madrid. I mean, Rashford is still like in, trying to sign the new contract, and whatnot. I would assume that Rashford is going to stay. I don't think he will leave. I'll be sad if he leaves. I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. Okay, let me read some of the rest of your comments before I wrap it up. Right says, I'm not capping, must be true, Sophie. How else did Chelsea get Ugarte?
I am sick. I I am sick, sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
Ravi, I'm not entertaining this. I ain't doing it. Oh, that time, JPT, is that how you going to your girl? Is that how you do your sis? Is that how you do? Okay.
You don't know where I'm from, dog.
Nope. Big up Leon says Man United should sign Nonto from Leeds. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Okay, but no, not for me. Big up this. Ready says Sofia no bad to have you see because of fitting in and playing on the club. Has that been confirmed? Hmm? Has it been confirmed?
I prefer really not to.
Saying that.
I prefer really not to. I prefer really not to
talk.
I prefer really not to.
Roalty, no.
I prefer really not to. Not to speak.
Because has he been signed? Has he been signed? I ain't gonna refer to him as a Liverpool player. Brother has not been signed. He probably will go to Liverpool. But then again, what if it would be funny if City would be like, we'll take him. We will take him. Also said I like Matoma so, but he can't finish. Yeah. 7 goals, 6 assists in Prem this season. Yeah, if he just work on the output, then he's a force to be reckoned with. Because I like Matoma, but I agree with you. He is a bit frustrating when he be quite wasteful, man. He needs to work on it. Right, says Spurs fans said they were too good to have Thomas Frank. Like Spurs got the right to be choosy. That's a new word, but hey.
It's the history of the Tottenham.
It's the history of the Tottenham. At Time Podcast says Ødegaard to Real Madrid. Back to Real Madrid? I don't think so, man. He's been there. Like, why would he? No, I don't think so. Actually, don't think so. Hey. Where says Harry Kane rumored to Bayern? Can you actually see this? Potentially, I could see it. I can't see it. He's also been rumored to Real Madrid. I could see it. I could see it, but we'll see. Also says Michael Richards makes me cry laughing. I love that man. That guy is hilarious. I says I was asking your great opinion, Sophia, if it was to happen. I was asking your great opinion. No, I get it. Ravi, I'm obviously just bantering. I get what you're saying. I mean, he would be incredible. Like if we're gonna keep it serious, because you actually do want my opinion, so I'm gonna give it to you. So when it comes to McAllister, if he does go to club, I would say it's a good sign. Of course, he's. I could see it. I could see it. He would cook, but he's not the only answer. You would still need 2 more midfielders added on for next season. You know, just like when a lot of Liverpool fans was hella gassed with the thought of, ooh, Bellingham, hey Jude to Liverpool and whatnot. Obviously that ain't happening as it stands right now. He could be going to Hala Madrid, all of that. Si se puede. Yes, yes, yes. But what I'm trying to say is, if he would have potentially, hypothetically, if he would have gone to a Liverpool, Jude, I'll say, hey Jude. I cannot say Jude without singing hey Jude. Hey Jude. We have to say it. So Jude, hey Jude, if he would have gone to Liverpool, he still he wouldn't be the only answer. So that you should still keep the same energy for McAllister as well. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, guys, we're gonna end it at that. It's been a good show. It's been a little bit longer than what I anticipated, but hey, it was nice. Very says Sofia, thoughts on Martinez not being the tallest but having great football IQ. I mean, I didn't mention at the beginning. He's just proved that height doesn't really matter. It doesn't. And like you said, Ravi, he has a great footballing IQ. He has great ball playing abilities. He's a good defender, solid. His air duels, chef's kiss. The guy shows up. And he's a leader, very vocal. He does a dirty, but like he gives me Vidish. But obviously the size and if we're overlooking the appearance, it's not the same. But just the way, I don't know, man. It gives me that vibe, and I love it. I love it. And Vidish is definitely one of my favorite Man United players of all time. So yeah. That says a lot. And Martinez he's a force to be reckoned with. So shout out, big up to those who sent the super chats, the crazy Irish man and Osan. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Big up to all of you guys for being so active in the live chat as well. Once again, if you just tuned in, this is my team of the season. Just rewind to why I decided to go with each of these players. We did of course mention also some good honorable mentions as well. On Friday, like I said, I will be doing my like worst team of the season, like the flops. Not just new players, but just players that hasn't showed up. That's been quite underperforming this season. We'll do that. But before then, I will be back tomorrow for a Europa League watch along. So I'm excited about that. Sevilla versus Roma. I'm gonna be rooting for Uncle Mo. So I hope Roma does it. That'll be dope to see Roma back in the Champions League. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a match preview for Manchester City versus Manchester United in the FA Cup final. So that's going to happen. So yeah, we got some good shows this week, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Chris says, "Pick up. Thank you." Tolima says, "Thank you, Sophia. Good stream. On to the next one." Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Chris says, "Sophia, thanks for the banter and great shows. Knowledge. You're awesome. Thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing." So, yeah, have a lovely day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. More than you could believe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Have a great time. Love you all. Peace out. Sophie's out.
Are you all right? Yes. No, you are all left.